Come on in here, ladies. Wouldn't want either of you to get the vapors and faint on us.
The vapors?
Now, if you'll excuse us, we need to get on to the business of being manly men. You two don't worry your pretty little heads. Maybe you could tidy up this kitchen. It is a mess.
Now that the women folk are occupied, we can get down to business. Has anything changed since you were here yesterday?
No, everything looks the same in here. But how am I really supposed to know? This is the kitchen, and I'm just a man. I don't know anything about kitchens.
Of course. Mr. Hale, tell us what happened when you were here yesterday.
Well, I want to, but I'm also a manly man. I need to get out of this kitchen. Let's go hang out in the barn like real guys do.
Okay, I don't know what they expect to find in the barn.
I would suspect they don't want to find anything in the barn. If Mr. Wright was indeed murdered by Mrs. Wright, she would have things in places familiar to her.
That's true. And Mr. Wright never once let her step foot inside that barn.
Let's look around ourselves. If a woman committed this crime, a woman should be able to solve it.
Oh, I don't know. I don't like snooping through someone else's things.
Look what I found.
It's the rest of the rope. We should get...
No. There is no way anyone without a beard is manly enough to join our man club.
I see your point.
What are you two hands clucking about in here?
Look what Mrs. Hale found.
Let me stop you right there.
There is nothing in this kitchen that would possibly be of interest to us. This is just a kitchen after all.
Yes, but what I found here is...
Alright, yes. You found something. Good job, Mrs. Hale. Now, if you'll excuse us, we have to go upstairs and do the real investigating.
They didn't even look at it. This is the same rope that was used to strangle Mr. Wright.
And it was right here in Mrs. Wright's kitchen. Maybe you're onto something. Let's keep looking. Now look at this.
It's an empty fishbowl.
Isn't that odd? Why would she have an empty fishbowl in her kitchen?
She loved fish. Before she gave it all up to be a farmer's wife, Mrs. Wright worked in an aquarium.
Well then, why would she get rid of her fish?
I don't know, but something isn't right. She never would have left this bowl empty. And look, the top is even cracked.
Yes, but anything could have caused that.
But Mrs. Wright would have replaced it. She wouldn't keep a cracked fish bowl. And she wouldn't have given up her fish so easily.
Well, we really don't know anything for certain. Let's just keep looking around.
Fine. Mrs. Peters, come read what I just found.
I, Mrs. Wright, killed my husband, Mr. Wright, by strangling him with a rope because he is abusive, poisoned my fishbowl, and killed my fish.
What should we...
We should tell the sheriff and the attorney. This proves that she did it.
Now, wait just a minute. We don't know the whole story. I'm not saying he deserved it, but if he was abusive and killed her fish, Mrs. Wright must have wanted justice. Those fish were the only pretty thing to look at in this house, after all.
I suppose.
We better get going soon. It's getting late.
What are you two doing still standing around in here?
Well, we were just looking around for,
Don't tell me you were looking for evidence yourself. There is no way a woman could understand the level of concentration required to conduct an investigation.
No, of course not. We were just looking for a dish towel, a clean dish towel.
So what about it, ladies? When you were looking for your dish towel, did you find anything suspicious?
Nope. Nothing fishy in here.